Now, so check this out. A woman broke into Kansas City Royals pitcher Danny Duffy's house and wore his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And a Montana woman broke into her ex-boyfriend's house, and when he came home, she jumped out with a machete and forced him to have sex with her.
Peekaboo.
Hi, how you doing? It's July 11th, 2018. I'm John Lasota, and you are in the garage. With me tonight is Thaddeus Smith.
Yo, yo.
And this again is Wolf Campos, back from
What's up? What's up?
So when the police arrested the chick in the Royals pitcher's house, in Danny Duffy's house, she told them that she thought it was an Airbnb, and she's engaged to Elon Musk. But not the Elon Musk that we know, the other
Sure,
Elon Musk.
The other one.
The other one. His fucking doppelganger.
The chick in Montana, right? She popped out with a machete and forced her ex-boyfriend to have sex with her with a machete. And after they were done, they got into an argument. So she ripped something off his wall and pissed on his bed.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So wait, let me get this straight, because I need to understand these stories. You know me. So after she jumps out from, I don't know, behind the wall or whatever, right? I gotcha. With a machete,
right?
Forces him to have sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get into an argument,
right? Yeah.
The fuck.
They didn't get into an argument while they were having sex?
No, well, I mean, the truth is,
would she fucking jump out with a machete at his neck?
I imagine, because they said it was at knife point, so she was holding the machete to his neck and riding him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. So, like, no, you're not going to argue, and at the same time, I mean, it's already going on. You might as well fucking take care of business.
Yeah. I mean, my dick hits hard.
I'm not sure I'd be hard if I had a machete on my neck and I was about to die.
That is my thing. I don't know, like, these dudes, like, this is not the first time, again, ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be a book coming out, and as much as we didn't want to do this, what are you going to do? It's going to wind up being like a political book about all the fucked up shit people do. But yeah, this is not the first time we did a story about a woman forcing her guy to have sex, yes, at knife point. We've done several of them already now, I think. So yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing that I wonder. These dudes all must be sick because, like, they're still into it. They're still getting hard-ons.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe just, like the whole, like, stiff breeze gives you a hard-on kind of thing.
You ever bring home a chick? Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes, sometimes you I don't know, you're in a way that a stiff breeze does give you a hard on. Yeah. It's the morning. It's
Yeah, it's because you're relaxed.
But have you ever gone home with a chick and maybe you were drunk? I don't know. Maybe you're hard up and you just weren't into her, so you couldn't get it up really? I mean, you did enough to, take care of business eventually, but, like, you weren't really into it. So it was like, okay. You ever had that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I think would happen to me in that situation. Like, yeah, all right, well, I mean, but no, these dudes went the other way.
You ever watch? Go ahead, sorry.
They missed their calling. They should have done porn or something. Machete porn. Yeah,
that is.
There's somebody into that. Absolutely, fucking knife porn and shit. Do you guys ever watch Archer?
No,
yeah.
not my thing.
All right. So anyway, there's a line, right? The guy's thinking like he's just a functioning alcoholic, and then on top of that, he gets even fucking drunker sometimes, and he's having sex with this one chick, whatever. He thought he thought it was amazing, whatever, and she was like, "You were pushing rope all night, and you fucking saying that made me think of that."
Yeah,
just kind of hard enough to get it done,
but not really.
Yeah,
right.
Pushing rope.
You were in the game, you just weren't really playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a ring, but from the bench.
Yeah. You warmed up in the bullpen a few times, but never got in the game.
I don't know but of the two, I would take Danny Duffy's any day. Just some crazy chick who was broken and started wearing my clothes, as opposed to the other one.
Oh, I thought it was an Airbnb,
and then she pissed on his bed.
Yeah.
That's a special one.
She was nice enough to come over and fuck him again. and then he had the gall to argue with her about something.
You know what that is? She's marking her territory.
She could be like really, really crazy and like really need a restraining order. And yeah,
she could have come back for her heads.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh, man. Fucking head.
So Jada Pinkett Smith, apparently she was addicted to sex toys in her 20s.
Weren't we all?
Really, Walt? Huh? Walt's got a pair of thunder beads.
Benoit balls.
Balls?
So she said she told everybody that she was addicted to sex toys so that her daughter wouldn't feel weird about sex.
Yeah, because that's the natural progression. It's like, hey, hon,
don't worry about sex, baby. I used to do sex toys all the time. I couldn't get enough of them. Like they were always constantly everywhere. Like they said, what are you doing with that in your mouth?
Except that was the real thing.
You know, when a mommy loves a daddy, sometimes daddy's not around and you shove a whole big huge dildo up your hoo-ha. That's the natural progression of the sex talk.
Mommy, is that blood?
And she was I don't remember, sex fiend or addicted or whatever. I forgot which word they used for it. It was something like that too. Like she was, it was like an issue for her or something, right?
Was she? I don't know. I can't say that I know anything about much of anything. But
I didn't know the story until we found it.
Oh, exactly. Like I didn't know that Jada Pinkett Smith was addicted to sex toys. So if you told me that, and then somebody else said, "Yeah, she was a nympho in her 20s." Oh, really? Well, okay, that makes sense.
Fuck. Yeah.
And then she met Will.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder, did he get in on that, like tail end of that, or was this all pre him,
or was it during him?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Right? Is it like
they've been married for a long time?
Did they bring home dudes that he jerked off in the corner? You know, their kid is like he's like a spokeswoman for Jaden is like a spokesmodel for like a woman's clothing line or some shit like that now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like
sounds about right.
Yeah, he hanging out in ladies' clothing. So, hey, not that there's anything wrong with that.
I mean,
particularly now.
Yeah,
if you look good in a dress, I mean, fuck.
I mean, if you can pull it off, go for it. You know.
Right? Whatever makes you feel sexy.
So, speak about going the other way. A university's called off a penis study after its enormous response.
Get it? Enormous? Ha ha! We make play on words.
Yeah, Missouri State University was doing a study on the correlation between penis size and self-esteem. So they asked for photo submissions, right? And they wanted photo submissions of male genitalia. So this teacher, Alicia Walker, a female professor, she really just wanted a picture of a bunch of big dicks. That's all it was. She wants a bunch of pictures of big dicks.
Dick pick me at.
That was the requirement.
So you think she's gonna get the Nobel Peace Prize?
You had to send in a photo of your big dick, and she got hundreds of them.
Yes,
hundreds of dudes sent in pictures of their big cocks. And so they were afraid of having a public backlash, so they canceled the whole thing.
Yeah.
Too many big dicks were out there for her to handle. Yeah, so she couldn't decide which ones to bring in, and she didn't want to riot. A big cock dude saying, "Why can't I be in the study?" But she did make a statement, though. She said, "I continue to believe the relationship between penis size and self-esteem is an important scientific inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be talking about men's body dysmorphia and the way our society works with size and the way that impacts men."
Sure. Finally, someone's coming to fucking bat for us. Jesus.
It's about time, man. The man is a lost species. We need more men in the world. And maybe she's onto something. Maybe dudes with little dicks don't feel well good about themselves. I mean, I know I don't.
Yeah. Absolutely. Terrible. It's a terrible feeling. Especially when you have fucking parties specifically for guys with big cocks.
That dude that walks up to a bar table and says, "Clear the bottles," and just throws the shit on the fucking counter. That dude has all the confidence in the world. Now, if you can't reach the counter, it's not the same, is it?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you just buy a big car, I assume.
Well, there you go. That's how it works.
The old overcompensation issues.
Theory.
They
Yeah.
do. But it's been confirmed that a big cock is, something that they will throw themselves after. So it makes sense that if you are a dude who possesses one, you're the king of the world.
Yeah. And see, that's why it makes me feel inadequate. And that's why I need that study.
It's a commodity. It's like it should be on the trades,
Yeah. I don't know if it makes it all the way to the stock exchange, maybe, but that's a real commodity in life. Yes.
Would you sell stock in your cock if it was like a 15-inch cock? It was like fucking. Would you sell stock in it?
I'd fucking take out insurance on it, and like I said,
NASCAR with the fucking sponsored tattoos on the side and shit.
Stickers all over the thing.
That's all I need is my dick to say Tide on it.
Would you have to wear the colors? They have everything now for them. There's a thing called hung night, which is speed dating for men with big penises.
Because God forbid they have trouble dating too.
I know, right? You have to have at least a 7-inch penis, otherwise you can't get in. But yeah, right. That guy doesn't need. Well, the truth is though, this is the truth. If you're like that, if you got like a 14-inch cock, every night is hung night.
Yeah,
it's all speed dating. You just walk, hey ladies, bang, and somebody's gonna go home with you.
See, yeah. I guess the thing is right. You don't want to be that creep that has to take out your 14-incher because somebody's going to gasp and faint, right? So the speed dating arena allows you to go someplace where the women walk in and go, I already know that guy's got a fucking big dick.
It's true. They already know they're in it to win it, and they've already got what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No one goes home a loser in that crap. Yep.
Yeah, unless you're the guy that what was it, the guy who's dick smelled like piss and shit or whatever in the jail.
Yeah, I would have been all over that shit if it smelled like piss.
That shit was a beautiful dick.
It was just what I was looking for. It stunk like shit.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, but you know what that leads to though? You know what hung night leads to?
What's hung night lead to?
Hung night leads to 2 dudes with 29 wives and 160 kids. That's what hung night leads to.
That is speed marrying.
Would you do that? Would you trade if somebody told you, okay, God said you could get a 15-inch cock, right? But you had to have 29 wives and 160 kids. Would you do that?
I mean,
and you got to take care of all of them.
Yeah. I can't imagine how that's even possible, but yeah, I can't. I think I'd go back to the little dick.
These 2 dudes in British Columbia, Canada, right? They were sentenced to house arrest after being convicted of polygamy. You could do it in Utah, but you can't do it in British Columbia, Canada. No. So they were convicted of polygamy. So they had between the 2 of them, they had 29 wives and 160 kids. But 24 of the wives and 149 of the kids belonged to one of the dudes.
The other guy better get cracking, man. He's lagging behind.
Falling way behind.
Way behind.
This is the bet they made in high school.
So the house arrest was for 6 months. So that's but they can go to work. So they're under house arrest for 6 months, but they can. Is that really punishment for them? Well, I mean, maybe it is. You got 24 wives. I can't imagine. I can't handle one wife. She tells me what to do, and I don't know. I cry in the corner most of the time.
Yeah, I don't think he talks to them too much.
24 wives. Well, I mean, he probably not. He doesn't remember all of their names.
If you honestly, if you have 160 fucking kids, how can you possibly ever remember all their names?
Well, he doesn't remember his 24 wives' names. Forget about the kids. There's no way you remember 160. I mean, they say, what is it? They said that you could really only talk to 150 people. You could only really know 150 people.
Oh, really?
Right?
That's the cap?
It's something, I forget exactly what that is. But it's a psychological phenomenon that you can only have a circle of 150 people close to you because I guess because it's time wise, it's the only that's all you have time for.
Not only that, how many names could you possibly know to name the kid before you start to repeat again?
Well, George Foreman named all because it's George, so you know
that is nice and easy.
You can make it really easy. You know
that way when I scream, they know I'm talking to them.
Man, but yeah, I mean, 160 kids. That means an entire school has the same name.
Yeah.
In Utah, you could do it in Utah, but you have to be able to support each wife within 125% of the poverty line, some shit like that. So, like, whatever the poverty line is, you have to make 25% more than that for each wife. So, like, if like the poverty line for a family of 4 is 24,000, right? You have to make 36,000. And you have to make 36,000 per wife. So if you're making $108,000 a year, you could have 3 wives. That makes sense to me.
What is this guy's job? I mean, not that he probably supports all of them, but
right. What does he do, man? He must own a ranch or something.
Some shit. Just houses them there.
Probably collects welfare.
Somebody's got to pay for these 15 kids.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw that video?
Yeah. You told me about it. That was that was bad enough.
Some of these girls, though, were as young as 15 years old when he married them.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, man. But although I think it's legal in Pennsylvania. There's a famous dude, the dude from Green Mile, the dude who they beat, who was the guard in Green Mile that doesn't put the sponge on the guy's head, the asshole. He married like a 15-year-old girl, some shit like that, and her parents like clapped him on the back for it. They congratulated him. They loved it.
There's like Pennsylvania and like Arizona or something like that.
Pennsylvania, I think it's like 14, but that's because of the Amish.
Yeah. Arizona has the same thing.
Yeah, I get like the sort of the Amish thing, right? The old world, like because you got married early, you pumped out kids early, you also died at like fucking 40 back then.
It's true.
So you needed to fucking marry and pump out kids at fucking 20.
You know what I wonder? You know, we have all this modern shit, and they live like it's, I don't know, 1840 still. Like it's a Little House on the Prairie still. But what about when it's time for the doctor? What about when they have kids? Do they have regular doctors working on them? Or is that a sin?
I don't know. I don't know how much
they get a midwife or something.
Yeah, right?
maybe.
I mean, I'm sure they have like a witch doctor or something in each like little tribe that they have, right? Is
it like Kingpin? Does Woody Harrelson come in? Oh, I'm Hezekiah Brown.
Yes.
You know, drinking the bull's. This is fresh milk. It's delicious. Took a while to get her going, though. We don't have a cow. That's a bull, and he's got the cum all over his fucking lips.
Mustache.
That's just great.
Oh man.
So in Canada, you can get up to 5 years for polygamy. In Hollywood, you could have a man die in your sex dungeon and not even lose your job.
Sounds like Hollywood.
Yeah. So this dude worked on 24 and Arrested Development, a bunch of TV shows, right?
Okay.
And he had a guy that he mummified with in his basement. He wrapped him up in saran wrap or plastic wrap and gaffer's tape, and the dude died.
Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, generally you can wrap up somebody with saran wrap, and then I guess they taped up the parts that you could easily poke.
Okay.
Taped up the mouth so you couldn't open the mouth hole to breathe. I would think that's really. I mean, I don't know what you're into, but do what you got to do. I don't know. That's a little fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't see that's. I don't get that at all. Like the point. I don't know. I guess, but then the fucking people that say like getting choked close to death and fucking coming during that time is like magic. Like unicorns fly out of your ass and shit. So
this is one of those things though. Like this, okay, all right. You're not supposed to say, "Oh, you deserve it." Like it's intolerant. I'll be scorned forever.
Sure.
But like, at what point does something become like not your fault? Where like, what point is it your fucking fault? Like you let some dude wrap you up with saran wrap and tape you up, and you suffocate to death.
Yeah.
At what point is that not your fault?
Well, now you're
What?
saying, that fucking they're asking for it, John. How dare you?
Well, I mean, like,
At the point, I think that you heard the offer and thought that it was a good idea.
like,
Right at that point.
But also, too, was this one of those, like, this is a oops sex dungeon accident? Like, how do you fucking wrap up somebody and tape them and, like, watch them fucking suffocate and not be like, oh shit, maybe I should help them? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand this fucking story. This fucking dude, man. It sounds to me like he was trying to kill somebody and is blaming it on a sex dungeon. Yes, by the way, I have a sex dungeon.
It just sounds like Hollywood to me.
The fact that he has a sex dungeon and that this is what happened tells me that he may have done this before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it's brand new and this is the first time he's done it. Whoops.
How else would you have the confidence to even bring this up?
Well, I mean, somehow, like, how would you be able to talk yourself out of it? Hey, I mean, guys, I don't know what happened. It was just in my sex dungeon. We've done it a million times before, and this time he just happened to die.
Ask fucking Jimmy. I taped his asshole closed fucking last week. He's fine.
Next time I bring somebody to my sex dungeon, I'll make sure I open both holes.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I guess I'll put a straw in.
Do you think the dude, like, as he was choking to death, he had to choke to death? I could imagine, like, suffocating or something, right?
Well,
do you think as he was suffocating and he heard the saran wrap rip, he's like, oh, he was thinking to himself, oh, that's the wrong hole.
I mean, I guess while you're still alive, you got to worry about things like that.
Maybe he was supposed to hook them all in and never hooked them all in.
Mm.
Yeah, give her a little breathing hole.
They were trying to do a DIY gimp suit. Gone wrong.
I don't know. This might be a record. Well, it's definitely not a record for how the show went south.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start getting into sex dungeons, though, and we don't have the ability to be light and airy about things of this nature. It tends to go down the dark hole.
Yeah, and the fact that he's not fucking, not that he's not in trouble, because obviously he's in trouble, but he's not fucking going to jail or whatever. And
well, I don't know if he's even in trouble. I think it seems like the way that they write it up, like, oh yeah, this happened. The guy's died in the sex dungeon, but he didn't get fired.
You know what? I actually, if I'm the investigator, right? What if? Okay, fuck this. I gotta check. I gotta find receipts for all this dungeon shit. What if he went out and he killed a guy and then went out and bought all this dungeon shit as a cover up?
It's true. It's true. You don't know. It could happen It could have happened in any other location, and then he wrapped him up. That's actually genius.
Although in Hollywood, the investigator probably gave the guy his headshot.
True.
So then there goes the investigation.
Hey, if I look past this whole like sex dungeon thing, you think maybe I could get in Kiefer Sutherland right there to 24, please? Maybe.
You mean the CSI, maybe?
Do you think him and Kiefer Sutherland went to the sex dungeon together?
Yeah, no, see, they were just filming a scene. They were trying a scene out.
That's all it was. And something went awry. And
yeah, test theory.
It's horrible.
The guy was an actor. He wanted it. He was asking for it. Why was he even in my sex dungeon? That's what I want to ask.
It's true.
It's part of my method acting school.
I don't know what happened. I come home from work. I go downstairs, and there's this guy in my fucking sex dungeon.
Yeah. Right? Fucking, like in wrestling, right? Stu Hart had the dungeon, right? That's how you learn how to wrestle. This is where this guy learned how to act. Like a dead person.
Who tapes himself up in somebody else's sex dungeon? Really? I mean, really?
I mean, these are the questions we need to ask.
Okay, horrible. Speaking of horrible, there's a girl gang in the Bronx called the Bad Barbies, also known as the 1-7 Hoes. They use sex to lure rival gangs to their deaths.
Yeah.
The authorities call the move the Venus flytrap.
Fucking some Black Widow shit right there, man.
Yeah, so there's a chick gang in the Bronx that literally lures people in. They basically say, "Hey, we're gonna." You ever see The Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go and they get the Lizzies. They go in to meet these chicks, and then they fucking pull them out. The chicks are back. The chicks are back. And they try to fucking stab them all.
Mm.
And that was in the Bronx too. See, the fucking my wife hates the Warriors. She talks shit, but here we go having like the fucking. It's the same shit.
Yeah. Can't pretend that shit didn't happen. Documented right there.
These chicks belong. They're the property of another gang, a gang of dudes.
Yes.
And they're regularly gang raped and pimped out.
Yeah, this whole thing. Honestly, like when you get to the fucking root of this story, like it's it's funny and whatever, the girl gang and the fucking Black Widow shit. But like this is all fucked up. Like gangs go out, get other gang, like rival gang members, fucking chicks, rape them, fucking film it, and then fucking send it to like, haha, we fucking got your chick, dick.
No, they're doing it to their own chicks.
No, that's what these chicks are going out and doing, right? The fucking like this started because that's what happens.
And like imagine you meet a chick at a bar. You're like, oh, yo, this chick is hot, and you're excited because you're gonna go get lucky. You're gonna go home with her, and you fucking walk into an alley. You get fucking stabbed to death by like 6 dudes waiting there for you.
Actually, it's kind of like you get fucking stabbed to death.
It's kind of like the one we did about in Spain a couple of weeks ago with the with the hookers, the Nigerian hookers. Mm-hmm. Except like this is like in the Bronx. Yeah. So this is here in the U.S. and it's pretty fucked up.
Turf wars and bullshit and yeah.
It's all fucked up. The Warriors though.
Yeah.
But the chicks in the gang, right? It's their male gang. I guess it's like Catholic high schools. You have the female school and the male school, and they all go to the dance together, right? And then every once in a while, some kid from another school, tries to fucking pick up your girl at her girl's dance, and you gotta fucking lure them out back and beat the shit out of them.
Yep.
Except that they do it with pipes and knives.
Yeah. With sex and death.
Yep, sex and death. Well, I mean,
just like the dungeon. I'm free, right?
Exactly. Sex dungeons, the Bronx, it's all the same.
More or less.
Yeah, so that's but yeah, like it's kind of crazy, the whole culture of this. I watch a lot of Gangland because I was doing the research for a book that I'm looking to write,
Okay.
So I've watched. If you watch Gangland, right? Every fucking gang, every single one of them, just like organized crime, they all make their money with drugs, the sex trade, and illegal firearm sales, and money laundering. Those are the 4 things because you gotta clear the money so you could use it. So it's always drugs, weapons, and sex trade. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. But like these chicks, to be in the gang, you got to get raped by like 8 of their dudes. You got to take a train. Yeah. And basically anytime, you could be randomly walking around and fucking one of the dudes is just going to rape you right there. And because you can't fucking hit on a dude in your gang more, because of some chick, like even if you like that girl, you got to let it happen. Yeah. And then these same chicks, after getting raped by like 8 dudes all the time, and you're gonna go fuck that guy, you're gonna go suck that guy's dick for some money, and she just gotta go blow him, and you get the money. And then she'll do it, and then you'll lure somebody in. She'll lure somebody in. Like, what kind of a world is that, man?
It can just fucking complete her and utter fucking anarchy, man.
It's crazy though. Like
it's
what?
Fucking prison, but without the fucking guards.
It pretty much is.
Right.
It pretty much is, but that's out there, man. That's out there in like spades all over this country. Crazy shit.
In the fucking real world, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that justice though. I don't know if I could be grimy enough to fucking write about that.
Gotta get into a certain mindset for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But on a lighter night though, we have a very naked, sex-filled night here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. A topless woman in Montana stole a front-end loader. Front-end loader, the big fucking, and plowed down a fence at her apartment complex so she could get a shirt.
I mean, fucking naked, you gotta get a shirt, right?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Tits are hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to fucking walk around like this. I'll get a ticket.
You can't just let anybody see your tits. That's not right. They might try to have sex with you right there.
And then I'd be asking for it, right?
Right, exactly. Like it's really not appropriate for her to walk around, like that without a shirt.
She's completely justified as far as I'm concerned.
I wonder how she got there in the first place without a shirt, though.
Like, did she walk out of her house and just be like, "Wait a second,
I forgot my shirt. How did I get all the way down here?
I feel like I'm forgetting something. I have my keys, I have my wallet, I have my phone. I just feel like I'm forgetting something."
You ever have that dream where you wake up and you're standing in front of everybody in your underwear, and then you realize, oh, it was just a dream, and you wake up? Well, I didn't wake up.
I kept telling myself it's just a dream, but that dude over there with the cell phone really looks like he's taking pictures of my tits.
And this guy over here keeps flicking my nipple.
She probably lives across the street or something.
She ended up using. She lives on the second floor. She ended up using the. I'm getting yelled at again. She ended up using the arm and bucket to climb up to the second floor. So she plowed over the fence and then lifted the fucking lift and then climbed up to get to her.
Actually, honestly, fucking ingenious. This person. Why is she in trouble? This is nothing.
That's one of those things that's crazy that you wish you're the one who saw this. You're just hanging out with a dude smoking a joint or something. Yeah. Oh fuck! Look at this! Look at this crazy bitch.
That bitch is with her titties are hanging out. She's climbing out of the bucket into this. Dude, come over here, dude. No, seriously, dude. There's a fucking naked chick getting in a fucking apartment.
Right. That's some crazy shit. Did you guys know there's a Miss Nude World competition?
Honestly, I am very surprised that you did not know this.
So you knew about that?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yes.
Is it any good?
Have you heard of it?
No, I've never heard of it.
I tried looking up the Miss Nude World competition, and I didn't really find much on it. There wasn't really, which is amazing. You would think that would be an internet sensation. Miss Nude World. I never heard of it.
It's like one of those resume builders, right?
Oh, okay. Does that make sense? Well, I mean, go back to that last one. Well, I'm not sure if you caught this show. This is going back to one of the things we did earlier, but there's something like 10% of. Yeah, there was 10% of women, or not women, just people in general, that slept with their boss to move up the career ladder. Something like 10% or something, right?
Only?
But there are enough people that cheat on their spouse with somebody at work to fill the entire cities of Chicago and Los Angeles.
Combined, right?
Yeah, the two of them combined. If you took the amount of people that would take to fill Chicago and Los Angeles and combine them, that's how many people cheat on their spouse with somebody at work.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, right. Because at first we were talking about like some of the statistics and the numbers of it, and it's like when they say 12% or this percent or what, like, all right, that doesn't sound that big. But when you actually talk about what those percentages mean,
numbers, right? The sheer numbers,
like how many fucking people there are and how many. Like once you put an actual number to, not a percentage, but an actual physical number on it, it's like, oh shit, that's kind of big.
I wonder how many cities. I wonder how many people, like what city you could fill with people that were lured into an alley and robbed by hookers.
Whether they be Nigerian or Bronx, right?
Right. Regardless of, well, I definitely would like. I mean, at least here in the U.S. Because that study was just the United States.
Yes.
That's not worldwide. If you put how many people slept with your boss worldwide, it would be a lot. I bet you there's more people that slept with somebody at their office that cheated on their spouse with someone in the office than there are entire countries out there.
Probably. Gotta be.
Although, wait a minute. Now that I think about this, it's weird that we got back into this, because especially since it's an article that Walt hadn't seen. Well, I don't know. He probably didn't catch that show, right? But I'm thinking because that was we went by cities, right? We went by the size of cities because it's like a little over 6 million people.
Yeah.
But there are entire states. In fact, this is crazy. There are only 17 states with more than 6 million people in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
There are only 17 states with more than 6 million people in it, which means more people cheat on their spouse with somebody at work than in most of the states in this country, that most of the states have in this country.
Mm-hmm.
You could fill most states in this country. You could fill 70% of the states in this country.
Oh, like the Midwest? They would fill up that whole area.
Any any one of the states. You could pick any state. You could pretty much pick any state in most of the country. Most any state in the country.
Aren't there like less than like 1 million people in like Holland or something?
Maybe.
So you could probably fill up Holland like 6 times over.
You could, yeah. I'm just sure there are small countries out there that actually count on the map
Yeah.
that have less than 6 million people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which means you would have entire nations. There'd be more cheaters with work folk than entire nations
of office fuckers.
There are literally nations of office fuckers. Do you believe this shit?
Well,
that's gonna be the title of this show: Nations of Office Effers.
Right, when you put real world fucking application to these percentages and numbers, man,
it's crazy, man. But also too, though, you know, like you work from a big place, so you kind of lose perspective. And I guess nowadays with the news, you kind of lose perspective too.
Sure.
You know, because how you have access to a lot more news than you ever did before.
Mm.
I mean, there are a lot of people out there, but at the same time, like you think about it, you know, we think about big cities, we think about New York, Chicago, LA, right? But there aren't many places like that. There really aren't. You know, like there's entire states here that have, you know, this, you know, Wyoming doesn't even have 1 million people. Wyoming has 63,000 people living there.
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming doesn't even have 1 million people.
And how many people live in New York, John? Roughly.
They're 8.5 million.
Yeah.
There are more people in New York City than like the last 10 states combined.
Mm-hmm.
Population-wise. Yeah, there are more people live in New York City than 10 entire states combined.
Yeah. Think about
Nutty.
that. Talk about a fucking clusterfuck, man.
Jesus. I'm glad I left. Couldn't be around that many fucking people.
Yeah. Makes you feel claustrophobic just talking about it.
Down here isn't that much different though, like because I'm in South Florida, and like it's a bunch of little cities that all the way up, right? And they all have like 185,000, 200,000 people.
Mm.
Like you know, so like which is weird. That means in my general area over here, there are more people in my general area over here than the entire state of Wyoming.
Because you're not far from Orlando, right? Roughly.
I'm like 4 hours away from Orlando. I'm by Miami. I'm
halfway
between Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live right by Joe Robbie Stadium.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, just because I'm thinking because Orlando's got fucking like Disney and all that kind of stuff, so that's another like hub, you know. But yeah, but Miami's a big fucking spot too.
I wouldn't know. I'd never been down there.
And all that kind of shit. Well, I'm just thinking because you're in an area where you are surrounded by a couple of the large, like outside of like the New York, LA, Chicago's, like those are some of the biggest cities left on that list.
Like down here, because they don't even consider it, like they call it South Florida. They you know they don't separate because you really can't. There's a lot of people in a small area. Yeah, Pop-Tarts. My intern brought me some Pop-Tarts.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
God
that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What an intern.
My office secretary. Yeah.
See, you could be part of the statistic.
See that? Yeah. I'm being insulted here. Here's a Pop-Tart. Shut your fucking mouth. Some fucking
shove this in your mouth so I can't listen to you fucking talk anymore.
At least it wasn't that big dick from Hung Night. Horrible. Anyway, shit. See, we were about to get into the whole conversation here, and now it's just Pop Tarts and Hung Night. It's just off on a completely other tangent.
Yeah.
It always gets back to big dick somehow. I don't understand how that works. It's terrible.
Yeah, we really do need to find a better go-to like fallback than like poop and shit.
It's
Poop
true.
and shit. Dicks and shit. Like
dicks and shit. That's what the show always winds up coming down to. That should be the title of the book. That should be what we call the book with all the stuff in there. Dicks and shit. All the horrible things about human beings.
Yeah. There's just so many stories to fucking ignore, man. I mean, really, like every week, honestly, like we do like the little show, like for anybody that sees some of the other clips eventually, we do show prep and whatever, and John gives us throws out this list and whatever, and it's literally almost every week there's 2 to 3 stories again about dicks or shit, or like you said, the girlfriends having sex at knife point and shit like that. Like
there's always like
fucking debauchery stories. And yes,
dismemberment
the headlines, but
there's usually dismemberment. There weren't any dismemberments this week, but there was a serial killer that we left out, which to much to Walt's chagrin, he likes to hear about that kind of shit.
Oh, sure.
To delve into the psyche.
There's always somebody going crazy at a fast food restaurant.
Yes.
It's everywhere. So
and sometimes they're magical and they cross genres. Somebody freaking out at a fast food restaurant by throwing shit at the cashier.
Oh, that was a good story, man. That was a good story. I like that one. Yeah, but so since we're still on the show, just to get this fucking shit story in there, 20 pounds of human shit were dumped in the corner of San Francisco, and apparently it's becoming a real problem out there. There's people shitting all over San Francisco.
I like the way that apparently becoming a problem.
Yeah, somebody stepped in it and they're like, "Is that frosting?" And they took their shoe and that's not frosting.
Also, if you step on frosting, why are you still tasting it?
If you eat shit, is that good luck?
And I always laughed at that. Like when a bird shits on you, bird shit on you. That's good luck. It's not good luck for it's good luck for the other guy. It's good luck for the guy who didn't get shit on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just I love whenever something shitty happens, someone tries to be like, "Oh no, it's good luck." Like when it rains on your wedding. "Oh no, see, actually this is good. This is good because it's going to be good luck for you."
Yeah, this is good. You don't have to deal with any of these people. You just go in with your wife and sneak out of here.
You don't have to take fucking pictures outside. It's great.
You don't do any of that. All those memories your wife wants to save. Fuck it.
Rain and B.
Yeah, but it's like San Francisco. It's supposed to be really fucked up there now, because of all kinds of fucking they don't enforce quality of life crimes. So people are shooting heroin and shitting all over the sidewalks.
And see, this is we talked earlier about the whole social experiment about these fucking crazy stories and all this kind of shit, right? And this is the shit though, pun intended, I guess, but that really this is where we're de-evolving into. When you just say, "Well, we can't fucking yell at this person for that. We can't say the wrong thing to this person. We have to be I don't know, not to say it's like a political correctness bullshit, but when we fucking say, "Oh no, we can't fucking," you can't yell at a guy that just took a shit on the corner. What if you make him feel bad?
It's true.
He should fucking feel bad. He took a shit on the fucking corner.
I don't know. I kind of see their point though, because anytime that I'm taking a shit and somebody starts yelling at me, I feel self-conscious that I have a hard time shitting again the next time. Like I get anxious, I start to sweat and I get worried like I'm having a heart attack. Oh no, I got to shit, but I'm gonna get yelled at.
Serves you right for shitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Well, it happens to me when I'm shitting in the toilet. Like I can't take a shit in my bathroom without somebody knocking on the door and yelling at me to get out.
Fucking the kids and everything. Yeah,
exactly. So
it's over. It's over.
So I understand the feeling. Sometimes you just have to shit on the corner because you got to go somewhere.
Why did you shit in your fucking bathroom? I guess fucking kids are bothering me.
Right. What if my wife has to do her hair? I'm not
gonna.
If my wife has to do her hair, I'm not getting in the bathroom. I'm gonna have to go in the corner.
But yeah, I mean, how how is it like the first time you find the 20-pound bag of shit on the corner, right? In this story, right?
Pretty good garbage bag though.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, I wonder how long too. Was that just one really bad fucking White Castle night?
Right. It was that
Or-
one person that just held the bag to their ass. Was a bunch of people. They all said, let's eat as much fucking White Castle as we can. And we'll all
Right.
shit in the same bag.
Get fucking Taco Bell and White Castle, and we'll all shit in the same bag.
Was that like a homeless community, like toilet? You know, like they leave a fucking plastic, but somebody got a hold of a plastic bag, and they fucking, oh hey guys, look, I got a plastic bag. Yeah, we can shit in it. You know, and they just like whatever bridge they were living under, they just had, oh, that's where everybody shit. So until they had to take it out, all right, guys, shit bag's full.
You know, I do feel silly now for flying off the handle and calling it a social problem. They were just actually putting it to the corner for recycling.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you can make mulch out of it. I'm sorry.
Use that for something later.
Trying to make the earth a better place. I apologize. Go green.
Shit on the corner is better than shit falling from the sky.
Again? Oh god.
Well, this is a follow up though to a previous. You know, the last time it was in one particular town, but it turns out that it's happened at 17 different occasions all across Canada. So there's poop mysteriously falling from the skies everywhere across Canada. But it's the experts, the Canadian government is saying that it's not aviation related. They said they did a study on it, and it's not flying from the planes.
Really?
Yeah, they saying it's migratory geese. Like the geese are flying together in these big flocks, and they take shits, and the goose shit, I don't know, maybe it's light, gets blown around on the breezes, on the jet streams up there, and just flies like 100 miles away and fucking falls and shits all over everybody.
What the fuck? And also too, fuck the geese. They can't take shifts. Hey, fucking left wing 7. You all guys shit now.
The residents aren't buying it though. They think it's a government. They think it's a government conspiracy. They're covering it up.
It's somebody up there in a goddamn hot air balloon just dumping his shit.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they get 20 pounds of their homeless shit, and they send it up in hot air balloons. Yep. And then when you know, maybe they just get a bunch of helium balloons and tie it together like enough to carry 20
wherever
pounds.
It lands, it lands.
And then wherever it goes, it goes. Exactly. You know, I mean, at some point it's going to freeze, then it's going to open up. It's cold shit. That's wacky.
Yeah. That is crazy, though, that the government was even like, hey, we checked the fucking planes. And that, because at first it just seemed like, all right, you know, the guy didn't know where he was, or maybe he was having a fucking shitty day. And it's like, yeah, fucking dump the fucking toilets over this ass. Like, my ex-girlfriend lives in this town. Fucking dump shit in it, you know?
What would possess them to cover it up, though? Is there a Canadian dragon? Is there a Canadian shit beast? You know, there's some kind of an animal flying around the Canada, it's like the Yeti with wings.
Yeah.
You know, like the frozen tundra of fucking ice bird, and it's flying around up there. It eats people and shits all over everything.
Well, you don't want mass hysteria. You got to cover something like that up.
No, right? People know there's a fucking ice dragon shitter flying around up here.
I mean, would you feel safe if you knew that was above you?
I mean, you would never know when you're either going to get eaten or shit on from above.
Right? That's got to be terrifying. You know, which is worse?
Cold. I mean, you're just sitting in your car eating your fucking sandwich and somebody dumped a bucket of cold shit on you.
Right?
Liquid cold shit.
Oh.
Horrible.
Maybe it's, you know what I think it is, actually? We got the conclusion. Where was the fucking, the mine of shit? Montana...
Alabama.
Fucking
Alabama, the shit mines in Alabama.
It's starting to be like a fucking volcano, right? All the fucking methane gases and shit, they're starting up little bursts. So it fucking sends one flying.
It's like when you have sauce on the stove and it just starts getting hot in one spot.
Yes.
You know, yeah, right. Only it's shit.
Why
that's a long way to travel, man.
Yeah.
This could shit travel because that's like 1,000 miles. That's a couple thousand miles. That's a long way, man. That would have to be a powerful fucking discharge.
You know how much shit is down that shaft?
You know what I wonder because they're getting hit with this freezing cold liquid shit, right? Is it all like consistently mixed together? Is it like You like a brown diarrhea turd shit, or is it like that kind of diarrhea turd that some of it is turd and some of it's just watery, oily discharge?
Yeah.
You know, it looks like fucking hamburger helper sauce. It looks like oil and fucking beef mix.
Fucking hamburger helper.
Horrible.
Just like there's actual chunks in there, but they're just floating in the brown gravy
grease.
of goo.
Right. There's chunks of brown that's supposed to be gravy and a fucking vat of grease. It's just floating. It's brown floating on grease.
Oh, remember that like old school? You'd your grandma or your mom, whoever was fucking open up the can and then take the spoon and take the spoonful of grease out first, throw it in the fucking trash.
That's horrible. On that note, it's late and I think it's time to fold up shop here tonight. So last word, fellas. I got pop. Exactly. I gotta get out of here so I can eat my fucking snacks and rub my balls.
Go fuck your intern. You can be good.
I mean, I can rub my balls here, but I don't think they'll let me advertise on Facebook.
Probably not. No.
Anyway, gentlemen, last words, Thaddeus.
Go fuck your intern. Become a statistic.
Well, there you go, Walter.
Happy ball rubbing.
It's always happy ball rubbing, isn't it?
It's all about you tonight, John.
Well,
tonight is your night, bro. Tonight is your night, bro.
They saying I'm the shit left over. I love that fucking movie. Anyway, so yeah, definitely check us out on YouTube or SoundCloud. Although I still haven't updated the SoundCloud, I gotta update that. Mad TMC, the garage. Definitely check out my books. The Mad Dozer Presents. Anything on Amazon, Mad Dozer Presents. They're all good. Read them. Give us reviews.
Everything's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. Everything is awesome. Anyway, yeah. Have a good night, folks. Later.
Good night.